Hi beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back. Today we're going to do the unfiltered opinions on new makeup releases. I want to talk about some new stuff coming out in the makeup world as well as makeup-y news. I feel like we can kind of combine those things together today because there's not the most releases out, you know. But there's like a couple of things I wanted to talk about that I'm so conflicted on, and I want you guys to like let me know how I should be feeling about this particular release down below. So yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about today. Of course, if we disagree on anything, it's cool, it's just makeup, it's not that serious, you guys. You know, that's just how I feel about things. And yeah, if you want to check out my small business down below, I'll leave that link down below as well. It's called theopencrypt.com, and I do have a whole bunch of new releases, including these purgatory earrings, which are super pretty, and a whole bunch of other things as well. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link down below. I'm excited to get into this video. Okay, so I've told you guys that I hate Hipdot. I don't like Hipdot. I've said if they offered me PR for the rest of my life, I wouldn't accept it because I don't want to sit there be promoting Hipdot products because I don't like them. I feel like they screw over their customers with how they release big launches. A lot of the products are gimmicky, and for the price, the quality just isn't as good as some other affordable brands. But the theming is on point, even though some of it's random. Like, why was there a SpongeBob little weird eyeshadow thing and like Reese cups things? It's random stuff that they just license and put their Hipdot stuff on, and a lot of the launches are done poorly, and I don't respect them as a company. That's why this is so hard. This is why this is so hard, because they're doing some new metal palettes. If you guys know anything about me, it's that I am definitely a music person. I love emo, I love new metal, and I love goth music, and that's why I'm struggling here. So they're releasing a Korn palette and an Evanescence palette. Now the Evanescence palette, whereas that is a good album it's inspired by, I feel like I could pass on, you know? I mean, I passed on the Black Parade palette. Let's be real, that's insanity. Because I don't like them very much. I hate Hipdot, I've said that. But they're releasing a Korn palette. Korn, I think it was in one of my top 3, like, was a Korn song on my Spotify recap. I didn't even realize that I did that. But they're releasing a Korn palette. And I'm feeling really torn about this because the promo pictures I'm seeing about it, I really like. And the Follow the Leader album is like, I'm gonna say it's the best Korn album. But this is so freaking beautiful. I love the fact that it's in the shape of the CD. They did that with one of the MCR palettes too. I love the color scheme for it being a Korn palette because there's like a burnt orangey red shade. There's a deep brown, there's blacks, there's silvers, there's some creams. Like, it just makes sense, especially for the album artwork. Like, the color scheme's really pretty, and it's Korn. And it's Follow the Leader. But it's Hipdot. So I'm having hurt feelings on this. The colors are so freaking pretty. I love the artwork on it. I love the album. I love supporting Korn and new metal bands especially. And I'm feeling feelings about it. So I don't know if I need it. There's like glitters in it, and I'm trying to like be more open to using glitters this year. And they're black and silver glitters. So let me know if it's worth getting it. If this was a System of a Down palette though, you guys, I would just be like head on the ground, tossing my money out the window. Like, if they do a System of a Down one, I'm gonna give in and buy it because I have to have it for my soul. But for a Korn palette, like, I really want it. But is it worth it? You know, like, I'm not trying to be someone who buys a ton of makeup this year, even though I have already reviewed 2 things this year. But yeah, I don't know. Just, what do you think? If you love a band, right? But it's not like you're all-time #1, but you really love a band, you specifically love a specific album. If you're a music person like me, is it worth it? Like, I can pass on the Evanescence one. But Korn, like, but it's so random. Like, why is Hipdot doing it? Like, I just, gives me the ick that Hipdot's doing it. Next up is something from Florasis, which is always deemed like the most beautiful makeup brand in the world. And a lot of people used to review these things. I reviewed them a couple times of their products because they're so pretty. But I have a tendency to like try them out and be like, oh, these are so beautiful, and then kind of forget about them in my collection because the color schemes in the palettes and stuff aren't really staples. But let's talk about their new, like, I guess this is their newest big palette. A lot of their palettes are like little and small. So this is the Floral Engraving Beauty Goddess palette. It's beautiful. It's stunning. She is the moment. It's out right now. It is $59. But with this palette, you're really paying for a lot of the artwork and the intricate pan detailings. Like, these are really beautiful. They look quality. I do like the eyeshadows when they do perform. They're a little bit light. They don't like pick up the most pigment in the world. They're a little bit light. But like, your looks always look so elegant with these, and the shimmers are beautiful too. It's fan shaped. It's 9 shades depicting cow's eye. Sorry if I mispronounced that. First vision of the goddess. They have names and different finishes and explanations for the colors here. And then there also is a Love Lock lipstick and Terracotta Romance for $49. Like, this is a whole beautiful thing. Like, if you see the swatches here, you can see they come out very light. But it's not supposed to be a bold in your face palette. It's beautiful, it's elegant, but it has all that detailing. Like, it's beautiful. And the artwork's lovely. Like, the artwork's always on point with these things. I want this. I want this. Okay, ooh, I want this. Okay, so this is the new Sigma palette. It's in collaboration with Anouk. I think I said that correctly. This is so pretty. Okay, so I love Sigma things. Because I'm a Sigma affiliate, I do get 30% off when I buy Sigma things. So that also is a benefit. I don't know if people tell you what you get a discount for being an affiliate, but you do get discounts on products. So I might pick this one up because it's really pretty. I keep telling myself I don't need to buy that much makeup this year. And then people release things like this into January. Like, it's hard. So this has 20 different shades and different finishes. It is available now. This is beautiful. I love that there's just one little row on the end of the blues and purples. Then they have a lot of warm tones with the reds, the browns, a little bit of yellow in there, and then a gold shimmer. And then in the side, the blue and purple row, there's like some nice subtle grays and white shades that would make a really pretty white shimmer for a pop-in highlight in the center of the lid on a halo look. This looks beautiful. I love this one. And also, her promo pictures are gorgeous. I need to like look her up because this is stunning. I love the artwork on the front of the palette. Like, this is giving me everything I ever needed. And you can use my code if you want to buy Sigma. If not, that's cool too. I don't like to like be that person who's like, here's all these codes in your face. It just feels weird to me, you know? Okay, so I am really thinking about skincare this year. I am going to be turning 29 this year. It's a little concerning. I'm actually turning 29. I know people say that and they're like, oh, they're 29 for like the 4th time. No, I'm 28 right now. I'm turning 29 this year. And I'm trying to think about skincare. And I just bought like a replacement of my favorite skincare things from Beekman, which is like the milk drops. But I'm trying to think about skincare things and I'm having a lot of like thoughts about like what should I get. And then this is the Jeffree Star release. And you know, Jeffree Star brings in views. I still don't know if that's true these days, but it has, and I have very dry skin, especially. Oh no! Oh, Herbie! He was in my lap and he started sliding. So I have very dry skin, especially because it's really cold right now. So this is the new Jeffree Star Skin. 5 products targeted for dry skin. So maybe I should test these out on my dry skin, you know, for a video. This is the Wyoming Winter Collection. Anything for hydration I'm here for. I do have the Jeffree Star Skin Banana Moisturizer. I don't feel like it's like the most amazing moisturizer in the world. Like, it does okay. And it smells good. But maybe these will be a little better because it's targeted for winter skin. So this includes a hand salt for $20, restorative cream moisturizer for $42, body butter for $28, Magic Star Recovery Face Oil for $28, and a Wyoming Winter Lip Oil for $20. It also has new fashion accessories and plushies and tumblers and stuff. But the main gist of this is the new skincare products. Maybe I should test out the hand salve and the moisturizer. $42 for the moisturizer. I wish the moisturizer didn't come in this big gaudy packaging. Yeah, sure, it seems fancy, but like the actual amount of product you're getting, there's so much, like a thick lid on this thing. I don't need that taking up all the space in the drawer for what it is. But yeah, I mean, I do have dry skin, so maybe I should test it. I don't know. Next up is a new Valentine's Day release coming soon from Colourpop. This is year 3 actually of their little heart-shaped blush compacts. I'm a sucker for them. I think they're precious. Last year they were extremely hard to open. That was one thing I had to critique of. They're cute and they were hard to open. The blushes themselves have been very pretty. They're just giving us some sneak peeks of their holiday things. It seems like they have a cherry Valentine's Day theme going on with some of the products, but the blush compacts are matte again this year. I kind of like the shiny ones that Kimchi Chic has, and they're heart compact as well, but keeping them matte and keeping like the little simple Colourpop logo on them is very signature Colourpop. They're cute. I love them, but how many blushes does one person need? Now a tiny bit of like makeup news, so we're gonna talk about that today as well. So I told you Morphe stores closed down, and then since that there has been a progression in the story. They no longer have Morphe stores. They gave their employees very minimal notice within like 4 days of them actually closing. They told them they didn't have a job anymore. It's super rude of them. And now Morphe has filed for bankruptcy. So it wasn't just the stores closing. They filed for bankruptcy along with the hub company, like the big company, pharma brands, and also that Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, Jaclyn Cosmetics. I don't know if it's Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics or Jaclyn Cosmetics, because their packaging and their website and their Instagram all say different things. But her brand is filing for bankruptcy as well because it's owned by Pharma. I think it's interesting that she doesn't own Jaclyn Cosmetics. Like, she's rich, right? She's rich. She has all the luxury. She's rich. But she partnered with a company and doesn't have control of her own company. I think that's weird. It's not like a criticism. I'm not trying to start drama, but I think it's weird. Now, this doesn't mean any of these brands are closing. It doesn't mean Morphe's closing. It doesn't mean that Jaclyn Cosmetics is closing. But it does mean that the company has some debts and they're filing for bankruptcy to try to fix those debts. So yeah, that's just some interesting update news. Since I did talk about Morphe stores closing in the previous video, I wanted to touch on that. There is a bunch of brands underneath this Forma umbrella, and the brand that I think odds are it is actually going to close is going to be Lipstick Queen, because only thing I know from Lipstick Queen is that green lipstick that when you put it on your lips it turns pink, and that gimmick can only go for so long with that one kind of product that I know of. And I haven't seen them really promoting that brand or doing it any help. So that's interesting. But it is also interesting that Jaclyn doesn't own Jaclyn Cosmetics, which a lot of people did speculate that her and Morphe made the Jaclyn brand together. And I guess that's kind of confirmed now. I don't know. So I guess we'll see what the future holds for both of those brands. Next up is from Ari Beauty, which is Ariana Grande's makeup line. And Ari Beauty, I feel like looks so cheap, and I don't really know why. Like, I don't get it, because I feel like this could have been so much more of a fun brand, but nothing about this brand interests me. And then I tried that concealer. Oh, that was a terrible concealer. But let's talk about their new launch. Maybe this launch is good. I'm not sure. I'm just not really sold on the brand as like a whole. So this is the new Thank You Next collection. This is a $39 set and includes a Midnight Shadows palette, at the borderline eyeliner marker in the black shade, and a Dream lashes in Eternally Meowing with Jewels. So it's like a little gift set box set situation for $39. You could also, they could buy the other things in this collection individually, which is a plumping lip gloss in a jumbo size. This comes out on the 18th, so I think when you're seeing this video, I think this is just so meh. Like, the palette's kind of cute for being like a nudes with a couple pinks in there. I think it's okay, even though I don't think both the pinks in there should have been shimmer. One of them being matte would have been nice. The lashes are super itty bitty baby delicate. I feel like you could just get some Ardell ones for that, you know? And then it's like a black liner, not that special, and a clear gloss as like the jumbo size you can get on the side thing. It's just not like spectacular, remarkable, everything I would have wished for like a superstar's makeup brand. But I also think celebrity makeup brands are kind of done. Like, it was kind of a fad that came and went. I miss celebrity perfume lines. Yes, it was a gimmick, but y'all, there was some good ones. Like, I used to live and breathe for all the Britney Spears fragrances. Even Elizabeth Taylor had a really beautiful fragrance. Like, celebrity perfume lines were just so much more cool than celebrity makeup lines, because your scents, you could collect all the scents and they'll last you a really, really long time, and a scent's never outdated. But for me, makeup lines are like, this is the trend this month, and then they move on. But the celebrities don't actually, like, you can't tell what a celebrity's wearing to advertise a perfume for you. But I can tell, like, some of these celebrities, they're making makeup that's not their style, and it's weird. Lastly, I wanted to end on a indie brand kind of like little moment here. So let's talk about an indie brand kind of Valentine's Day release. It is still January, but Valentine's Day products are coming out already. This is from official Spellbound Beauty. I haven't tried them personally, but this Killer Heart palette, beautiful artwork on the front. The color scheme is fun for a Valentine's Day palette, but still has some practical shades in there for like all the time anyways. I think this is really cute. It comes with 15 pigmented shades, consists of matte shimmers and duochromes. For $25, it's vegan and cruelty free. That's a good price for an indie palette. Next indie brand with kind of a fun release that I think is super fun and fiery. This one is Deadly Sin Cosmetics' new Wrath palette with 12 stunning orange and red shades, 2 glitter, 2 satin, 3 shimmer, and 5 mattes. This does retail $49, so it is more expensive, but again, it's a smaller brand, so you're gonna pay a little bit more price tag because they're not mass ordering things like a giant company. This artwork on the front is so pretty. I love the girl promoing this with the orange hair. It looks super pretty. And I like the shades, but like the artwork is so fun. This is so pretty. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Again, I'm torn on this Korn palette. I think I'm gonna skip it. But like, ooh, I'm tempted. I'm so tempted. So say hello to Hermes. He's like being a lover today. These, I wanted to give an update on the 2 little Oreo colored brothers that we adopted, Hermes and Edgar. Hermes is an angel. He's the sweetest boy. He'll let me pick him up. He'll let me hold him. He'll let me love him. He's so sweet and so cute, but he is kind of a mooch when it comes to dinner times. If he sees someone else with a plate of food, after he finishes his, he's gonna mooch. And then Edgar is the lover. He doesn't care what you're doing. He doesn't care if you're trying to play a game. He doesn't care if you're trying to work. He's gonna lay on your keyboard and yell if you don't love him, you know? So those are the updates on our 2 new additions to the family. And then also update on Akasha, our baby girl, who is perpetually very small, even though she's 2 years old. We took her back to the vet. She's had a lot of medical problems, right? And she has feline herpes, which, you know, can rear its ugly head when it's not dormant. So we had to take her back to the vet for a checkup, and now she is on 4 different medications twice a day for the next month. And then one of them is forever. She's been on a medicine every day forever anyways, but now she has an additional medicine every day. But as of right now, she's on 4 medications twice a day. And it's really hard on her, and it's hard for me to like see her not happy. But I'm glad we got the update on that rearing its ugly head. Yeah, so that's an update on my cats. I love them very much. And yeah, I mean, I think for the foreseeable future, I'm gonna try to keep my 4 videos a week. But if I'm not gonna like over stress myself out about getting 4 out. I'm gonna try to do 4, obviously. But if one day I'm having a hard time with trying to give her all of her medicines in the day and other things going on in my small business and life and everything else, if I don't get to 4 videos and I accidentally just only release 3 one week, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it because her health comes first, you know? So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check my small business, theopencrypt.com, you can down below. And let me know if these makeup releases intrigued you as well. Or if there's anything I missed that's coming out that's like intriguing. Okay, thank you guys. Bye, have a good one.